What you're looking at right now will blow your mind. This rusty $50 engine from a 1987 Buick Grand National just humiliated a $500,000 Ferrari 488 GTB on the drag strip. And I'm about to show you exactly how a piece of junkyard trash became the ultimate giant killer. But here's the crazy part. Ferrari's engineers actually knew this could happen, and they tried to hide it. From Car Cruiser, and today we're diving deep into the most underestimated engine in automotive history. By the end of this video, you'll understand why smart money is hunting these engines down before word gets out. But first, quick question for the Cruiser family. Have you ever found a hidden gem in a junkyard? Drop your best find in the comments below. And if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button, because we're about to expose some automotive secrets that the big manufacturers don't want you to know. 3 months ago, I got a call from my buddy Mike. He said, "Dude, you gotta see this." He'd found something at Johnson's Auto Salvage that made his jaw drop. Now, Mike's been building engines for 20 years, so when he gets excited, I listen. We drove out to this junkyard in the middle of nowhere, and there it was, sitting in a rusted-out '87 Grand National, covered in oil and looking like it belonged in a scrap heap. The 3.8-liter turbocharged V6, the Buick Grand National engine. Mike looked at me and said, $50. That's all they want for it. I thought he was crazy. This thing looked dead. But Mike had that look in his eyes, the same look he had when he predicted Bitcoin would hit $60,000. So we bought it. And what happened next changed everything I thought I knew about performance engines. Let me introduce you to the Buick 3.8-liter turbocharged V6 and why it's the most disrespected powerhouse ever built. First, the specs that matter. 231 cubic inches of pure potential. Factory turbocharger from the factory. Iron block construction. Bulletproof. Sequential fuel injection. Intercooled from 1986 onwards. But here's what General Motors didn't advertise. This engine was designed by the same team that built NASCAR engines. They knew exactly what they were creating. The iron block can handle massive boost pressure. We're talking 25 plus PSI without breaking a sweat. Try that with your aluminum Ferrari engine. And that turbo? It's a Garrett T3/T4 hybrid that responds like a naturally aspirated engine, but hits like a freight train. The real secret sauce, the fuel system. GM over-engineered everything because they knew people would modify these engines. Now let's talk about what we're up against. The Ferrari 488 GTB's twin-turbo V8. On paper, it's impressive. 3.9-liter twin-turbo V8. 661 horsepower. 560 pound-feet of torque. $500,000 plus price tag. But here's what Ferrari doesn't want you to know. That engine is built for reliability and emissions compliance, not maximum performance. Those turbos are small for quick response, but they're maxed out at factory power levels. The aluminum block looks pretty, but it can't handle the abuse that iron can. And here's the kicker. Ferrari limits boost pressure to protect their warranty claims. They're leaving power on the table. Meanwhile, our junkyard Buick engine, it's just getting started at factory power levels. I reached out to 3 different Ferrari tuners for this video. Want to guess how many called me back? 0. They don't want this conversation happening. Here's where things get interesting. Mike and I decided to build this engine the right way, but on a budget that wouldn't buy you Ferrari floor mats. Total budget, $3,500. That's less than a single Ferrari oil change. Here's what we did. Forged pistons, $800. Upgraded turbo, $1,200. Fuel system upgrade, $600. ECU tune, $400. Miscellaneous parts, $500. But the real magic happened during the rebuild. This engine had 180,000 miles on it, and the cylinder walls still had crosshatch marks. The bearings looked like they had 20,000 miles. That's the difference between iron and aluminum. This engine was built to last. The turbo upgrade was key. We went with a Precision 6 266 that can flow enough air for 800 plus horsepower. Try finding that kind of headroom in a Ferrari. And here's something cool. Every single part we needed was available at the local parts store. Try that with your Italian exotic. Dyno Day arrived, and I'll be honest, I was nervous. We'd put our reputation on the line with some pretty bold claims. First pull, 420 horsepower. Not bad for a junkyard engine, but Mike wasn't satisfied. He made some tuning adjustments and said, "Let's see what she's really got." Second pull, 580 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque. The dyno operator looked at us like we'd just performed magic. "What kind of engine is that?" he asked. "A $50 Buick," Mike replied. But we weren't done. One more adjustment to the boost controller. Final pull. 647 horsepower, 720 pound-feet of torque. Let me put that in perspective. We just matched a Ferrari 488 GTB's horsepower with a junkyard engine that cost less than a nice dinner. And we did it on pump gas. No exotic fuels, no special cooling systems, no team of Italian engineers. But dyno numbers are just numbers. The real test happens on the strip. We found a Ferrari 488 GTB owner who was confident enough to line up against our junkyard special. Let's call him Tony. He owns 3 Ferraris and thought this would be easy money. The bet, $1,000. Winner takes all. Here's what we were up against. Ferrari, 661 horsepower, 3,200 pounds, $500,000. Our Buick, 647 horsepower, 3,400 pounds, $3,550 total investment. On paper, it should be close. But there's something dyno sheets don't show. Torque delivery. That Ferrari makes peak torque at 3,000 RPM. Our Buick? Peak torque at 2,800 RPM. And it holds it all the way to redline. Plus, we had something Tony didn't expect. A driver who wasn't afraid to break his engine. The Christmas tree counted down, and both cars launched. The Ferrari got a better start. Those launch control systems are no joke. By 60 feet, Tony was ahead by half a car length, but then physics took over. Our Buick's torque curve is like a sledgehammer. While the Ferrari was shifting into third gear, we were already pulling ahead. By the 8th mile, we had a full car length. At the finish line, 2 car lengths. The time slips told the story. Ferrari 488 GTB, 11.2 seconds at 127 miles per hour. Junkyard Buick, 10.8 seconds at 132 miles per hour. Tony couldn't believe it. He demanded to see our engine bay, convinced we were running some exotic setup. When we popped the hood and showed him the Buick badge, his face went white. "That's impossible," he said. "This is a $500,000 car. And this is a $50 engine," Mike replied. "This isn't just about one race. This is about understanding what real performance looks like. The automotive industry wants you to believe that expensive equals better, but the Buick 3.8 Turbo proves that engineering matters more than price tags. Here's what makes this engine special. Overbuilt from the factory. Massive aftermarket support. Proven reliability at high power levels. Available everywhere for cheap. GM built about 200,000 of these engines. Most are sitting in junkyards right now, waiting for someone smart enough to recognize their potential. But here's the thing. Word is getting out. Smart builders are already hunting these engines down. Prices are starting to climb. 5 years ago, you could buy a complete Grand National for $15,000. Today, try $35,000 for a decent one. The secret is out, and the window is closing. Welcome to Car Cruisers, where we get technical. If you're just here for the entertainment, feel free to skip ahead. But if you want to understand why this engine is so special, stick around. The Buick 3.8 Turbo has 3 key advantages. First, the iron block. Everyone talks about aluminum being lighter, but iron is stronger. This block can handle cylinder pressures that would crack aluminum. Second, the bore spacing. At 3.8 inches, there's plenty of meat between cylinders. You can bore these engines significantly without weakening the block. Third, the oiling system. GM designed this engine for NASCAR, where oil starvation kills engines. The oil pump is massive, and the galleries are oversized. But here's the real secret: the head design. Those intake ports are perfectly sized for the turbo application. Most engines need ported heads to make power. This one makes power with stock heads. The combustion chamber design creates excellent turbulence, which means complete fuel burn even at high boost levels. And that factory intercooler? It's actually oversized for the stock power level. GM knew people would turn up the boost. After our video started getting attention, something interesting happened. I got a call from someone who works in Ferrari's North American division. He couldn't go on record, but he told me something fascinating. Ferrari's engineers are well aware of engines like the Buick 3.8 Turbo. In fact, they study them. The problem is marketing. Ferrari can't sell a $500,000 car with a simple, reliable engine. Customers expect complexity, exotic materials, and Italian mystique. So they build engines that sound amazing, look incredible, and perform well within very specific parameters. But when it comes to pure performance per dollar, they can't compete with American iron. This person told me that Ferrari's internal testing shows similar results to what we achieved. But that data never sees the light of day. Why? Because it would destroy their brand image. Think about it. If people knew that a $50 Junkyard engine could outperform their flagship, who would buy a Ferrari? So, what does this mean for you, the Car Cruiser family? If you're looking for real performance on a budget, stop chasing expensive engines. Start hunting for these Buick 3.8 Turbos. Here's your shopping list: 1986 to 1987, Grand National or T-Type; 1989, Turbo Trans Am; 1991 to 1992, Cyclone/Typhoon. What to look for: complete engines with turbos, $500 to $2,000. Avoid engines with knock damage. Higher mileage is better. These engines get better with age. What to avoid: engines that have been sitting without oil. Cracked blocks, rare but possible. Missing turbo systems. Your build budget: basic refresh, $1,500. Serious power, $3,500. All-out build, $8,000. Compare that to a Ferrari engine rebuild, $50,000 minimum. The math is simple, the performance is proven. The only question is whether you're smart enough to act before everyone else figures it out. All right, Cruiser family, it's time for a challenge. I want to see what hidden gems you can find in your local junkyards. Here's what we're looking for: the Cruiser Challenge. Find an underestimated engine. Document the find with photos. Research its potential. Share your findings in the comments. The best submission gets featured in next week's video, and I'll personally help you plan your build. But here's the twist: it can't be a Buick 3.8 Turbo. We've already proven that one. I want to see what other diamonds in the rough are out there. Some engines to consider: Ford 2.3 Turbo SVO Mustang, Chrysler 2.2/2.5 Turbo, Oldsmobile 307 underrated small block, AMC 401 forgotten big block. Post your finds with hashtag Cruiser Challenge and tag 3 friends who need to see this video. And speaking of challenges, we're planning something big for 10,000 subscribers. We're going to take this same Buick engine and see if it can beat a Lamborghini Huracan. Think it's possible? Let me know in the comments. If this video opened your eyes to what's possible with junkyard engines, you need to subscribe right now. We're just getting started with this series. Next week, we're diving into the Ford 2.3 Turbo, the engine that Ford tried to kill, but refuses to die. I found one in a 1986 SVO Mustang that the owner swears will run 10s with the right setup. We're going to find out if he's right, but I need your help. This channel only works because of the Cruiser family. Every like, comment, and share helps us reach more people who need to hear these stories. And if you really want to support what we're doing, check out the Cruiser merchandise link in the description. Every purchase helps fund these crazy builds. Before you go, answer this question in the comments. What's the most underestimated engine you've ever encountered? I read every single comment, and your answers help shape future videos. Also, if you know someone who owns a Ferrari and thinks they're untouchable, send them this video. Let's see if they're brave enough to line up against some American iron. Until next week, keep cruising. And remember, it's not about how much you spend, it's about how smart you build. This has been Car Cruiser. Peace out, Cruiser family.